I've been friends with her for a minute. You feel me? And she told me that you physically abused her. Is that true?
First off, bro, and you don't even know what happened, right? So, out of respect, you to call my phone on something like this, and you already know what the answer is.
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you as a man. That's why I'm coming to you man to man.
Yeah. So, if she told you that part, I'm sure she told you the court proceedings that went through and everything that transpired from it, right?
I ain't really dealing with the white man right now. I'm talking to you right now.
You're talking to me, yeah.
So I'm asking. So I ask you, is that true? I'm just trying to get to the bottom of it. Did you or did you not put your hands on this woman?
Okay, here's the thing right here, bro.
I mean, you don't even got to really do all of that. You feel me? Because as a man, it's like I'm not even gonna hold you. You playing the game like a child right now. You feel me? It's like when I talk to a child and I tell them, "Yo, are you supposed to be doing this? Are you supposed to be doing that?" They're like, "Well, kind of this, kind of." You feel me?
Okay.
Somebody accuse me of something, I'm gonna be like straight up, "Hey, I ain't do that." You feel me? I ain't do that. And I respect that. And I could that puts me in position to put fires out on your behalf.
Okay. But here's what it is right here. Teresa Cole was Trump. She attacked me. She spit on my face and she scratched me in the face and broke my glasses. Nobody was there but me and her, right? After that happened that night, we went and did a radio show the next morning. After that, everything was cool until about 30 to 45 days when I said, this is not going to work. I'm going my separate way. You go your separate way. She said she couldn't stand to see me with nobody else in the community, and she was going to destroy me. That's when she went to the white man, filed charges, and everything else transpired after that.
So how did she get a black eye?
Again, like I said, she was coming at me. I was trying to refrain her from hitting me. I don't put my hand on women. I got a mother that raised me by herself. I got a grandmother that raised me. I love black women. I don't put my hand on women like that, bro.
He spit in my face. He's beaten my head to the floor till I was unconscious for, I would say, rid of 3 to 5 seconds. And he's kicked me. You name it, I've been done to. I would not say he's done anything sexually to me. He's never done that, taken my body. He's never done that. He's asked me to wear a condom with him, and I'm his wife. And when I asked that, it was like, because I want to.
So her eye got blacked in the process of you trying to stop her from attacking you.
Exactly. And I wish somebody else was there. Nobody else was there to witness it. She didn't even know what happened when she woke up the next morning. And tell Raheem, ask him these 2 questions. If Ric Mathis was such a fucked up individual, why did you work with him for the past 4 years, right? Ask him that question and ask him exactly what Ric Mathis did to you to make you go on this smear campaign that he's going on. Ask him those 2 questions. I bet he give you some bullshit answers.
All right, let's be clear. I don't know this young man outside of social media. I never met him. I never spoke to him until I got this recording in my inbox, and then I spoke to him. But that's neither here nor there, right? Ric Mathis still got my name in his mouth. I already told him to let my name taste like shit in his mouth and leave me alone. I was done. I said that was going to be my last recording, but evidently he wants to keep this thing going. So we're going to keep it going, right? Listen to this and listen to this real clear. He wanted to ask me 2 questions, right? He said, why did I work with him for 4 years, right? I didn't work with you and I didn't work for you for 4 years. Let's be very, very clear. It was a few projects we worked with together. And when we talk about the documentary 2.5 years, that wasn't a 2.5 year process. It was a stop, go. It was 6 months at a time where we probably wasn't even doing nothing on the project. We waiting for this, we waiting for that. You waiting to hear back about this, you waiting to hear back about that. And it was certain times you couldn't even do nothing because the project was in limbo. Let's be very clear. Because you ain't a boss. It wasn't just your project. So let's stop with the false narratives. I got my own business that takes care of all my bills. All my living expense comes from my business. And you didn't do nothing that nobody else wouldn't do that want to acquire my skill sets. You're going to have to pay for it. And in fact, you wasn't even paying the premium price. Let's be clear. So you asked the question, what did you do to make you a fucked up individual? And I'm going to answer that. And I'm going to answer that with a recording. And this is the second recording. The first recording, the phone disconnected. My battery went dead. Took some time, calmed down, called you back. Calm, cool, collective. Clearly, if you listen to this conversation, you can tell he told several lies. Let me tell you something. This man had several chances to tell me this award was going to be presented and when it was going to be presented. When you wrote the name and submitted it for them to put on the award, right? You have to do it a week in advance, right? When the award came, whether you went and picked it up, they mailed it to you. You could have said, Raheem, the award is here. We decided to go with the individual that you nominated. That was another time. Could have called me any other time between those times. When you seen me, you could have told me right then and there, listen, don't go nowhere. I'm about to present the award. You didn't do that. When you presented the award, you could have said something then on behalf of the foundation, Raheem Shabazz nominated, or however you want to say it. You know what I mean? No acknowledgement. This is what you do, my brother. This is exactly what you do. And then I called you out on it and you didn't like it. So that's where it all stems from. And then you lied to me and you play in my face. And I told you, you're not going to play in my face and you're going to stop lying to me. And in regards to going on a smear campaign, it can't be a smear campaign if everything that's being said is actual and factual. This is not a smear campaign. And let me tell you something. Bad news spreads fast. As soon as people found out what you did and who you did it to, the streets start talking. My inbox started getting filled with people that had similar situations with you. And then the allegations started coming out about the abuse, and the truth that wasn't what you told me started coming. And that's when I knew, yeah, I got to distance myself from you, and I got to let everybody know the person that you really is. So everything happens for a reason. In any event, listen to the recording. Man, but I don't understand that shit, Rick, man. For real, man. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I'm the one who brought you up there. I introduced you to the lady. You asked me, yo, who do I think that we should give an award to? I tell you, you know what I mean? Someone that I know on a personal level. I didn't care if you chose anybody else. But when I asked you, yo, who did you decide? You didn't even want to tell me who you decide. And then to go and give her an award and don't even let me know you want to give her an award? Come on, my nigga. Hello?
I'm here, I'm listening.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, what's up with that?
Okay, so at the time you asked me, like I said earlier, I didn't know who those people were. The reason why I didn't know is because I was conferring with Mawuli, because he's a sponsor. So we were supposed to come up with the names together, right? So that's who I was conferring with. Now, when you say I went and gave her award without telling you, I text you on Thursday.
Yo, that don't
I
have
text
nothing to
you.
do with
Wait,
that,
wait,
Rick.
wait. I
Rick,
let you
that don't
talk.
have
Let
nothing
me
to do with
finish.
that,
Let me
man. You
finish,
didn't
bro.
tell me about no award.
Hold on, hold on, hold on.
All
Let
right,
me
go ahead.
finish, though, bro. Let me finish, bro. I text you on Thursday. I text you on Friday. I know you always on your phone, so I'm like, either he busy or he don't want to be bothered right now. You know what I'm saying? So I text you on Thursday and Friday to let you know, hey, we got this coming up. Do you want to ride with me like you sometimes do? Which is why I say, hey, you need a ride, you want to ride. And basically, because you do it. We going far, we ride together. You know what I'm saying? To save gas. And I was going to tell you about that on Saturday. I'm calling to let you know, hey, this was going on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We was going, had an interview at New Black Wall Street. So for you to say, because from what I'm hearing, you're saying that I hid who I was going to give the award to only to present it to her Saturday without you knowing.
And
And that's not the
you
case.
seen me there. You didn't tell me, yo, we talked for a brief minute. You didn't say, yo, I'm gonna present Nia with an award.
And let me tell you why. Because I'm running back and forth. I'm trying to get everything together. I left the pull up down in the car. Shit, I left the award in the car. So I'm running. I'm trying to get myself together because of other stuff we're dealing with a 4-day event that we're planning. And so I got 101 things going on. I didn't even have to pull up. I didn't even have the award. I had to go get the award and put it in my bag and bring it back in. I'm
That's
thinking
another
that you're
thing.
gonna be there for a minute.
Nah,
So
nah,
I didn't
nah. You
think
didn't
you,
ask me
huh?
was I gonna be there. I stopped in, gave her an award, and left. You know what I
I
mean?
know,
I
but
ain't know
here's
nothing.
the thing. When we talked, you said, I'm going to the car to take
And
this
and
call.
I came right
I'll be
back.
back.
And I
Yeah,
came back.
yeah. But I didn't see when you came back. If you notice, I didn't see when you came back because I
Man, I
had to
came
go
back.
back
But
to the car.
regardless to all of that, you didn't even have the decency to tell her, yo, I spoke with Raheem and we decided, or Raheem decided to nominate you for this award. So you up there and keying like you came up with the shit. And I'm looking
Like,
at the
bro, no,
video.
you don't know what. Did you ask her if I
Hey,
mention
yo,
your
let me
name?
tell you something, man.
Did you ask her?
Let me tell you something. You think I called you, cussing you out, mad and upset without calling her? Of course I called her first. She said she didn't even
So
know. You never told her that.
I never told her that you suggested the name.
Nah, you never told her that.
Okay, and I may have it. I don't
You may
know.
have
But
it. Come
like
on, man.
I
You know
may
what
have
you did,
not.
man.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yo,
at the end of the day, bro, I text you on Thursday and
that don't have
Friday
nothing to do
to
with it.
let
You texted me
it.
about something else. You texted me about something else. You texted
I
me.
was texting you to tell you about the weekend, bro. How you gonna tell me what I'm texting you
You
for?
texted. You told me, yo, are you coming? Do you need a ride?
Okay, but I was
You coming to
texting
the
you.
cast meeting?
I
And I'm
was I
like,
was
yo.
text I was texting you to communicate with you. That was the thing at hand because that was the first event. That was Friday.
And this is all during the times of making the films
Yeah, this is all
and
during
speaking about unity and the community come together
Absolutely.
and black folks bring our economics, and there's no better economic representation than the black family.
It was all a fraud. It was our idea. He was doing a documentary with a guy here in Atlanta. Him and the guy had a disagreement with the document because he wanted 25% ownership, and the wife said no. He don't believe in wives getting women in men business. That's a no-no. If he makes a deal with you and your wife, you talking with your wife and discussing with your wife, that's a dead deal because he's not going to like that because he's a male chauvinist.
And that represents the black family. You should check with your wife,
No, not with
and wife
Rick.
check with their husband.
Ric Mathis is an individual who will never accept accountability. And that's what narcissists do. They don't accept accountability. When this unfortunate incident happened with him and the young lady, he petitioned an organization that calls themselves the Metro Atlanta Council of African elders, and he wanted them to intervene, and he wanted them to come to some type of resolution so that I guess this could go away. And they did intervene. They came, they interviewed him, they interviewed the young lady as well. The second time they were supposed to interview both of them together, he stopped answering phone calls, texts, emails, and they went on and they proceeded to continue to interview people. They interviewed his wife, and interviewing her, they began to discover a lot of other things. They found out that during their 17 years of marriage, that he was controlling, abusive, verbally, emotionally, and physically threatening. I'm reading a little bit from it. And then he talked about eventually they got a divorce, and it was finalized with the courts. And then July 1st of 2019, he presented himself to the court, and he enrolled in a family violence intervention program. But this was to satisfy the courts. This had nothing to do with the organization that he asked them to intervene in. When they initially did interview him, he admitted that there was a physical altercation. He took responsibility towards his part of the altercation. And then, like I said earlier, he stopped all communications. The elders did come up with their own determination, and that was that the victim was to get counseling, because after experiencing something traumatic as that, she needed counseling as well as her son. They said that he needed counseling as well, and he had to pay monetary restitution to the victim for any injuries sustained as a result of his behavior. Ric Mathis is to commit to counseling to address his issues with women and anger of which may be the source of his behavior. He is to participate and complete the 24-week program offered by Men Stopping Violence. And he was to write a self-reflective and introspective essay outlining his narrative. And they said that the aforementioned was to start within 3 months of the decision. And you can see the date of the decision. And they said that if he failed to start the above and complete the same, that the organization will recommend to the African and the Black community to not support any of his economic activities. Now, you know why this didn't happen? Not that the group of elders didn't care, is that COVID happened. COVID was his saving grace, like I said before, and he weaseled his way back in. He wasn't held accountable, and he needs to be held accountable. So these are the recommendations. Do with it as you may.